Hey, this is Brandon Hall, and you're listening to the Passive Investing Show.
The views and opinions provided on this show are for informational purposes only and should not be misinterpreted as an offer to buy or sell any securities or to make or consider any investment or course of action. For more information, please go to passiveinvestorshow.com. Hey, PI listeners, this is John Fortes. I'm making it a point to speak to as many investors as possible. My goal is to position myself to be a blessing to my network through conversation. How could one be a blessing through conversation? The easy answer is by listening. A simple conversation can open many opportunities and doors. I always ask myself this: what do I have to lose by having one more conversation? Going back to high school, I've connected friends and family in my network to one another, even if it didn't benefit me. And I continue those same principles and practices. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. If I can't help you, I probably know someone or something that can probably solve your problem. I'd love for you to become a part of that network. Go to www.johnfortes.com, create your investor profile, and schedule a call. How can I best serve you through conversation? In the words of Clarence the Angel from It's a Wonderful Life, no man is a failure who has friends.
And now, the Passive Investor Show. Here's your host, John Fortes.
Welcome, PI listeners, to the Passive Investor Show. I'm the Passive Investor Consultant, John Fortes, your host of the only ranked podcast for passive investors in multifamily syndications and real estate funds. Our goal and purpose of this show is to be a resource to investors and help them master their passive investments by beating inflation 1% at a time. Just in case you didn't get enough of Brandon Hall, we brought him back for our infamous quick hitter segment, part of our Investor 101 series. It's great to have you back, Brandon. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it, John.
I have one question for you. How do we vet a real estate CPA?
That's a good one. That's a good one because you can ask me all the questions of the world and I can tell you what you want to hear, right? So how do you really figure out if I know what I'm talking about? I think first you have to do a little bit of self-education. So you've got to understand IRC Section 469, at least at a high level. That's the whole real estate professional status, passive activity losses. You've got to kind of understand the 2013 tangible property regulations. Those regulations tell you, how to deduct repairs versus improvements. And you don't need to know the code sections that I just threw out. You don't need to memorize that. You don't need to know the tax court cases, but you need to be able to know in general, here's how it works. And that doesn't take long to understand. That way, when you're asking questions, you can tell if they know what they're talking about or if they don't know what they're talking about. So that would be the very first thing, is just kind of self-educate on some real estate tax topics before you go into any meeting with a CPA, to make sure that you're asking questions that help you understand what their level of knowledge is. But another really easy way to do it is just look at their website. Look at their website. Who do they talk to on their website? I mean, if you go to our website, it's very clear that we talk to real estate investors. It's the only people that we service. So that is certainly a way to do it. And then the last thing that you could do to vet CPAs is check out their social media. Check out do they have any white papers. I mean, what are they posting about? So if you find somebody that's never posting about real estate, then they're probably not a real estate CPA, regardless of how much they tell you otherwise. But you can check out our firm as an example. I mean, we post all the time on social media, on Facebook and LinkedIn. We've got white papers and webinars, and everything is geared to real estate investors. So I think a lot of people go in and they've got like a list of the 20 questions. What do you have a license? What's your license number? That's totally irrelevant. What you need to figure out is, does this person understand real estate way better than I do? And the only way to do that is if you do a little bit of self-education, if you check out their website, and if you check out what they're talking about on social media.
Man, a lot of great nuggets, and thank you for coming back. How do we stay in touch with you?
No problem, John. You can check us out at www.therealestatecpa.com, or you can check out our new private Facebook group called Tax Smart Investors, Tax Smart Real Estate Investors.
And that'll be in the show notes, folks. Brandon, really thank you again. Appreciate the conversation and having you on, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it. This is good.
Don't forget to download your free copy of the investment tracker. It allows you to track up to 5 investments, compare sponsors, markets, and most importantly, projected versus actual returns. To get your copy, go to www.projectedreturns.com. PI listeners, thank you for listening. As always, we hope this was the best resource for your investment strategy, but also the best use of your time. Remember, if this episode helps you, you can help us by leaving a review on iTunes. I hope you feel compelled enough to share it with someone you think this would resonate with as well. As much as it pains us to leave you, but you know what time it is. Time to go put this into practice. Till the next time we meet, happy investing. PI listeners, I'm grateful for your time and I appreciate you for listening. It would mean the world to me if you went to iTunes and left a rating and written review. Let me know how you feel about the show. It really makes a big difference with getting the podcast out there. Don't forget about our Facebook group, where all of our guests are members of. I'll be there to answer any of your questions, or even questions you might have for future guests. Subscribe so you can get the latest episodes and our fan favorite quick hitters. Finally, I want to keep you updated, so head over to johnfortes.com and sign up for the newsletter. If you're interested in partnering with me, sign up on the contact page so you can talk to me directly. I look forward to connecting with you. Happy investing.